Welcome back fellas to another GT Sport video. This one coming a little sooner than I had expected. As you may be aware, started racing in the new sim racing setup, and the challenge is to win a race A, a race B and a race C in that order. So we got our race A win last week, so I did a little live stream Tuesday night for race B. Qualified okay. As you can see here, we've qualified in second, and this video coming a little sooner than I had expected, with Kiyohashi Wara, or however I'm meant to spell that, being put under a lot of pressure early in this race. As we jump on board from behind, old mate's got use your brakes full, and check this out. This bloke, obviously a bloke that hates guys getting late on the pedal, and there he is, the latest of late blokes on the pedal, punts Kiyohara off, and that has elevated myself into P1. He then goes and proceeds to drop it, and there's all sorts of carnage in the back here as old mate flies into the wall at 1,000,000 miles an hour. We move back on board, and there it is, halfway through lap 1, I'm in P1, and do you think the pressure is coming down or what? It definitely is. It's around here that I would love to drop it, love to find some sand to park the car into. Those tyres are looking a touch too clean. Now we've got Tsubasa hunting me down. Looks like he's in the Mercedes. Which one? I'm not too sure off by heart. So I'm rocking the Audi. The old Audi R8. So I did about 15 laps of qualifying before jumping on and doing some racing. So I did 10 laps in the Porsche 911 RSR. Couldn't break the 1:50 mark to save my life. So we had a look at the meta. The meta was the Audi R8. Normally I can drive the Porsche a bit faster than I can drive the Audi R8, but haven't driven either of them very much on the G29. So we did 5 quick hot laps, and I think the first or second lap in the Audi R8 was already quicker than the Porsche, and then I just tried to turn the screws up, and I ended up getting down to a 1:48.1, I believe. The new GT Sport replays showing the intros to the races but not giving you any of the data. So we're operating this replay, or this video, out of the replays because I wasn't recording at the time. Really hadn't expected much to happen. But here we go, halfway through lap 2. The gap back to Tsubasa looking like it's about a second to a second and a half if I was a betting man. So at this stage of the race feels pretty comfortable. Bright Sinus back in third, not really giving us much pressure. Should give a shout out to Village NZ14. Raced with him a few times this night. He was doing alright too, back there in fourth. It's a fairly solid race for him. As we come around to start lap 3, that's looking at about a second, and it gets well under a second down Barcelona's longest of long straights. But he's just a bit too far back to have a dip. I was really trying to keep these laps tidy. I was attempting to break the slipstream whilst still not trying to do anything too risky. You see we've gone purple there. I have a feeling that was the fastest lap at that stage. As we do another purple sector. That's a real purple sector, I'm sure, as well. So can we get down into the 1:48s during the race? That is the question. Kahiki Awa is back up to 4th already by the looks of it. So he's managed to do some sort of recovering from his first lap incident. But this track, not too familiar, was taking quite some time to get into the groove. So you can see Sector 2 there is purple as well. Feels like the gap's opened up just a touch more. Now I was really hoping to have a nice buffer as we go into the last lap. The hands were getting fairly sweaty at this point. The old basic livery on that R8, I hadn't done much to it. Looks like I painted it white once upon a time and left it like that. And this is where the real pressure starts. I've been known to throw these wins away. So we lost quite a bit of time in that last sector, nearly 7 tenths, but it is a 1:48.7. Not too bad. Just goes to show Tubasar is putting plenty of heat on me. Little bit of a squirm there. He starts to close in. At any second now I'm waiting for a lunge. If we have a quick look at the livery on the back of his car, it looks somewhat like an Italian flag. Not sure what's going on there. Got the green, white, red. Now, in the race A, I haven't had very good experiences with blokes sitting that close behind on the last lap. Do like to get late on the brakes, touch your rear bar and send you flying off. I was trying not to brake too early and not give him a chance to do that. Uses all the curb on the exit there. This is almost his last chance to get in the slipstream and close this gap. But mistakes are plenty into this U-turn. But there it is, runs wide. Can we hold on? Rubbing on the rear bar now. Just 3 corners to go. It is about as close as you can get right here. I'm pretty sure the sweat was dripping off the elbows. And there it is. Tubasar has binned it through the hard chicane. 1 corner to go. And there it is. We're going to get the win. First bloke to see the checkered flag. Now that was only my second race of race B this week. So already we're going to be moving on to race C. I'm not sure if I got enough time to do that this week. But we'll definitely be having to go a few live streams of race C next week. So the challenge of getting a win on the steering wheel in each race has been accomplished. And that'll be the video for the day. Thanks for watching, lads. Hit subscribe and like, and I'll see you next time.